Network Entertainment.
Hello to everyone all over the world. Magkakasama na naman tayo sa isang gabing puno ng kwentuhan, tawanan, and bardagulan kasama ang mapusong usapan, kasama ang leading voices of the Filipino youth. Ito pa rin ang
Ganito kasi yan, powered by the Pod Network. At kasama nyo pa rin ang inyong breadwinner baby boy ng Rizal. Ako lang to, si Lance.
At ako pa rin ang inyong wandering go-getter ng Quezon City. It's your boy, Jacob. At kasama natin today, Lance.
For the last recording of the day.
Yes! Ito ang sabi talaga nating lagarian.
Save the best for last. Kasama natin isang content creator, kilalang fashion influencer, ang nag-iisang
Justin
Hello,
Bamses!
guys! Hello po! Thank you for
Yes.
having me.
Yeah.
Kahit last na, ako na yung last. And I'm honored to be the last kasi you stayed up from morning hanggang hapon. Grabe.
At pangwakas sa isang mahabang araw at
Oo.
isang very insightful day.
Oo. Kahit last ka, ikaw pa rin ang first honor. Yes. So, what's keeping you up lately, Justin? Kamusta ka ngayon?
Lately, wala naman masyado. We've been traveling a lot. Kami ni boyfriend ko, ni
Went
Rocky.
to Hong Kong, right?
Yeah, we went to Hong Kong and then
Hong Kong.
after Hong Kong, dumiretso kami ng La Union
Yeah. Of course.
for Mother's Day. So, ayun, we've been traveling.
Lagarian din ah.
Totoo, as in, parang one day lang ata yung stop namin here and then we went to La Union agad. Kasi birthday din, magkasunod actually si Rocky at yung mom ko ng birthday. So, after Hong Kong, yung mama ko naman yung sinelebrate namin in LU. So, umuwi kami. And then lately, we've been trying out a lot of new things. Kami ni Rocky, we've been playing pickleball. I don't know if you saw it sa ano kami nila.
Yes.
Oo, like we've been playing pickleball. I think pangalawang try pa lang namin nung magkasama kami. And so far guys, it's fun. So, if naghahanap kayo ng parang hobby or pwedeng gawin, pickleball is a nice like sport. I
Bago
guess.
side
Uy,
quest.
may
Bagong
sasuggest
side
ako.
quest. Ano,
Na-try
ano?
nyo na cycling.
No pa.
It's fun.
Is it? Oh, sige.
Yeah, meron sa
Ambassador.
BGC.
Ambassador.
So sa ano ka nagsa-cycling?
Sa Forbes
Sa
Town.
BGC? Oh, that's near
Oo.
us. So pwede namin isama sa mga
Oo.
side quest namin. So,
Ang
sige.
lapit lang, I swear. Very walkable.
Sige,
Oo.
sige. Noted.
Oo,
So,
noted.
ayun, yun
Gusto
lang
ko
naman yung mga
nag-promote
parang
pa.
Oo.
what's keeping up busy lately. More on traveling, more on doing like, side quest na stuff. We've been taking rests not social media rest, pero yung parang bagbagang pagko-content. Parang more on taking our time.
Taking your time.
Taking our time. Talagang, yun nga, parang topic kanina ni Rocky, being more intentional with what we
Right.
put out. Siyempre, sa social media also.
Right. And siguro since medyo nabahagian mo na kami ng mga side quests mo and what's keeping you up lately, parang growing up, like is this the 20s that you dreamed to be? Or parang yun? Ito na ba talaga yun? Or feeling mo hindi yun ito yung panangarap mong life right now?
Yung maging happy and siguro I say this with humility, successful, syempre yon. Pero when it comes to career-wise, sobrang iba talaga. Kasi parang becoming a content creator, it's never parang alam mo yun, di ko in-expect
Pero
ever
tsaka
tong-
nung time na bata pa tayo, parang
Iba
wala pa
talaga.
siyang
Walang
hindi
ganito.
pa ganun yung landscape eh.
Hindi pa ganun yung landscape. And at the
Parang
same
ano is
time,
maging artista.
parang it's out of like, even, wala nga siya sa back of your mind eh. Wala talaga siya at all sa iisipin mo, like in the future na magiging ganito ako. Ganun. So before, when I was a kid, just like everyone else siguro, parang gusto natin maging professionals, like doctors,
Gusto mo rin
Ano
maging
yung
doctor?
ambition mo?
Actually, paiba-iba ko. Ako yung
Oo.
taong, ang tawag na doon, jack of all trades, master of none. Yung parang feeling ko magaling ako sa lahat, pero wala akong parang pinipiling best or anything. So, paiba-iba ko. Elementary, lagi ako na-hospital. So, lagi akong magkakasakit. So, ang gusto ko nun is maging doctor. Like my...
Pangatlong doktor na
Oo,
tayo.
as
Ano ba ako
in.
na to?
Ewan
Actually,
ko ba, no?
third
Like,
doctor in a row.
mga Pinoy talaga may attachment, I think, sa magiging like mga medical
Actually.
job.
Medical,
Kasi
yeah.
parang parents din, parang nasasabi, magiging doktor ka dapat ha, paglaki.
Or parang tipong notion na pag naging doktor ka, maganda na yung future
Yun.
Pag may lisensya.
Which is, at some point, true naman. Kasi that's still a profession. It's highly respected profession. Pero yun yung naging parang una kong dream, magiging doktor ako soon. And then, comes high school, parang yung dad ko, engineer kasi, parang frustrated engineer kasi yung, like overshare. Pero medyo frustrated engineer kasi yung, Papa, if you're watching this, okay lang naman i-share, no? Medyo frustrated engineer kasi yung dad ko kasi parang graduate siya ng engineer but he never took the boards. So di ba may mga times kasi na yung parents natin, minsan parang napapasa nila yung like yung pangarap nila, like ikaw na yung tumupad ng pangarap. So parang nung high school, parang parang pwede ako mag-engineer, ganyan. And then, ayun, nabobo ko sa math eh. So parang hindi pa rin pwede. So, senior high, I took ABM, which is Accountancy Business Management.
ABM.
Ngayon, ang pinaka-goal ko sa pagiging ABM is become an accountant. Kasi yung lolo ko
Akala ko
naman,
magbe-business management.
actually, hindi pa. So, accountant muna. Kasi yung lolo ko, he's a di ba? Puro nai-influensyahan lang ako ng environment. Yung lolo ko naman, he is a bookkeeper. So, parang, para mapagpatuloy yung business ng bookkeeping, I wanted to take on, like, pagiging accountant para maging like, CPA ako in the future. And then, actually, yun na talaga yung main and clear goal ko talaga when I was in senior high. Parang sabi ko, sa college, kukuha ko ng accountancy, magiging accountant ako in the future. Kasi that time, hindi pa ako nasa social media. So basically, wala pa sa utak ko ang pagko-content. So, comes college, sumakto siya sa pandemic. So, nung sumakto na siya sa pandemic, doon na nag-start yung pag-create ko ng content.
Nung college, what
course?
field did you pursue?
Okay, here, di ko alam kung na-share ko na sa lahat. Pero, first year college, accountancy ako.
Okay.
And yeah, business accountancy ako talaga. And then nung nag-aaral ako ng first year college, doon na nagpumasok yung pagiging content creator, right? Habang nagko-content creator ako, nag-aaral ako. Tapos that time pa pandemic, so Zoom lang lagi yung hindi na ako nakikinig, guys. Alam niyo anong ginagawa ko? Kumakaldag ako sa TikTok. Like as in like legit talaga to Like, instead na nag-aaral ako noon, naka-off yung Zoom namin. Tapos, nagtuturo, sorry po sa mga...
Pasensyahan na po sa mga prof.
Nagtuturo yung teacher. Ako, nagti-TikTok ako. Tapos, hanggang sa parang, wala na akong natututunan. So sabi ko, tapos nagbo-boom na din naman yung TikTok ko that time. So parang, nag-earn na din ako, ganyan.
May bunga yung kaldag.
So, ko ngayong kaldag. Agree. Tapos, ang nangyari na nun, nag-isip na ako ng, like, I pulled myself together. Sabi ko, maging mature ka for once in a while. Think about your future, ganon. And then, before mag-second year, that's where I decided to shift to marketing management. So, nag-marketing management ako. And the reason is because, mas inline siya sa ginagawa ko sa pagko-content.
Para alam mo na kung paano i-market
Alam ko na
ang
yung,
self
like,
mo.
Yeah, like yun na yung parang mas aligned siya, and at the same time, I know how to work my way around that area. And I feel like in that area, mas alam mo yung magagawa ko yung gusto ko, and at the same time, I can still finish school. So doon na nag-start na mag-shift yung parang goals ko or dreams ko. Like, hindi na siya yung parang, I wanna be a professional, parang ganun.
And so essentially, yung dream life mo was not something that you've dreamed of nung high school ka.
Yes,
Or
very
elementary.
different.
But ngayon na when you were in college, para nakita mo na yung sarili mo na ganito ka ngayon? Or hindi pa rin?
Hindi pa rin eh. Parang na-realize, parang nakita ko lang siya as magiging career ko talaga nung nag-graduate na ako ng college. Kasi parang when I was in college, I never saw content creating as like parang a career talaga. Parang more on
Hobby lang
hobby
siya.
Side
or like
quest.
side quest, ganyan. So I still finished college. Pero reality hits you. And nung pagkatapos ko ng college, lumipat agad ako ng Manila. Like, siguro graduation ko Friday, no? Nakalipat na ako ng Manila ng Monday. Ganon
bilis.
ka, bilis talaga. And then, pagkalipat ko ng Manila, wala akong work. I mean, wala akong like, career na 9 to 5 corpo job, ganyan. Umasa lang ako sa pagko-content. I just believed that I can do it talaga. I took a risk and parang yun, lumipat ako ng Manila. I don't know anyone here. I don't know this place. This is my first time in the city, ganyan. So parang, inano ko lang, I just believed in myself na kaya mo yan and malalagpasan mo din if ever na, alam mo yan, hindi mo kayanin soon. Parang ganon.
Do you remember kung ano yung first break that made you say na parang kaya ko tong gawin long term or kaya ko
Parang
tong gawin
sustainable.
sustainable to sa akin in the long term. And may time ba na kinwestiyon mo if etong path na to is sustainable? Kasi let's be honest,
True.
hindi siya, at the start, hindi talaga siya sustainable as a career. Parang later na lang siya pag nag-pick up.
True. Feeling ko yung naging parang big break ko na noon, I can't say like as a specific situation, but when I started earning from it, kasi parang sabi ko nun sa sarili ko, oh, may pera pala sa social media. And that time pa, I wasn't booking like any brand deals. Ang nangyayari nun is that nagre-rely lang ako, I think people know about it, affiliate. Like,
Affiliate.
sa affiliate siya. And parang I never saw it as a parang magiging like fashion creator, ganyan. Parang more on, parang nag-aano kasi ako nun, naka-base ako sa mga like Boodles, mga naalala nyo ba yung mga parang Shopee Boodles? Pwede ba sabi ng brand?
Pwede naman.
Mga ganon.
Ikaw, baka bawal.
ikaw ang
Pwede,
baka
pwede,
bawal.
pwede. So gano'n, doon ako nag-base sa parang, pwede pala siyang maging parang career talaga or like pwede mo palang pagkakitaan. And then, after na nun, nag-start na din na magkaroon ako ng mga branded projects. So parang feeling ko, yun yung masasabi ko talagang big break ko na nakitaan ko siya ng possibility na, this could be a career. And then for the times naman where I felt like it wasn't the right path for me or like hindi na siya sustainable, maraming beses until now, actually na-experience ko pa rin siya. Like may mga highs and lows siguro yung pagko-content. Kasi hindi ka naman laging nasa taas, hindi laging viral yung content mo, hindi laging gusto ng tao yung content mo. And may mga times talaga na iisipin mo na, hala baka hindi na to for me or like baka hindi na ito yung parang gusto ko talagang gawin for the long term. But you just have to, sabi nga ng boyfriend ko, have to find your whys para you can know your ways. Parang ganon.
Siguro since nabanggit mo rin na it's not all of the time na you would reach that expectations dito sa ginagawa mo. How do you manage to stay consistent? Na parang you keep posting or do you think na parang there's that drive na baka kailangan mag-try ako ng panibago just to get back at that engagements? Ano yung mindset mo with that?
Consistency-wise, sa pagiging, parang sa lens kasi ng ibang tao, madali. Like, but when you're doing it, when it's your bread and butter, you're gonna think of it differently. Kasi hindi mo na lang to side quest. Ito na yung bumubuhay sa'yo, ito na yung nagpipay ng bills mo. And honestly, nakaka-burnout siya pag iisipin mo, like ganon. And then, may mga times talaga na hindi ako consistent. May mga times na mag-MIA ako, missing in action, hindi ako magpo-post ng like in a week, ganyan. And I want to remind everyone na who wanted to take on yung pagko-content na it's okay to take a break. Kasi feeling ko, pag burnout ka and then you keep pushing, hindi siya magta-translate to what you want like for your audience to see. So magiging iba siya eh. Mas lalo kang hindi magigets or magugustuhan ng mga tao if yung pinuput mong content for the sake of just putting out content. Walang purpose, walang value or walang laman yung pinupush mong content. So it's okay to take a break. Isipin mong maigi, ano yung saan ako naglalak, saan ako best. And then with that, dun kayo mag-push kung paano nyo gagawin yung content creating.
And people would know you more on having fashion as your niche.
Yes.
Parang, paano yung naging journey na nahanap mo yun na, okay, dito ako okay. Dito like, mas
Yeah.
nag-resonate din yung audiences and engagements.
Oh, tsaka from haldag to fashion.
Yeah. Ito nga yung funny
Paano mo siya nahanap na?
Ito nga yung
okay,
funny
eto.
story. Kasi nga, di ba, pandemic noon, ang TikTok naman kasi nung pandemic, it's all about trends.
Oh,
like mga sayaw,
nagre-renegade.
renegade, mga sayaw-sayaw talaga. Wala namang, mga sayaw, naalala ko lang yung mga sayaw noong 2020. Wala namang gumagawa ng like value-adding content before eh. Kasi when you scroll sa landscape ng TikTok noong 2020, mga like sayaw, mga
Dalgona.
POV, mga ganyan. Wala talagang value-adding
mga nagsiskit.
content. And then ako naman, kaya ako napunta sa pag-fashion is because mahilig na talaga akong sa mga damit nung bata pa ako. Like mahilig na ako sa ukay, mahilig ako mag-ukay-ukay, mahilig akong bumili ng kung ano-ano. Like, naalala ko pa nung high school ako, hindi pa uso yung belt bag. Basta belt bag era nun. Hindi pa yun uso. Tapos, lagi nila akong sinasabihan na nagpapataya ka ba ng weteng? Tapos, lagi ko yung suot sa school. Like, hindi talaga ako nahiya. Tapos, alam niyo ba, after like a year, nung Christmas party na namin, lahat na naka-belt bag. So, sabi ko, parang may potential yung vision ko with like,
Trendsetter.
ayoko baka mabasha ko eh. Pero parang sa utak ko, may potential yung vision ko sa isang like fashion piece. So, mahilig na talaga akong mag-outfit, ganyan. And then nung TikTok na, parang hindi pa talaga as in outfit eh. Ang ginagawa ko lang nun, video pa rin siya na may music. And then nagpapalit-palit lang ako ng outfit. So parang I'm still trying to ride yung trend before ng mga music, nagli-lip-sync ka. At the same time, nagpapalit ka ng outfit. So parang dinagdag ko lang siya hanggang sa parang nag-evolve na siya in a way on how like social media evolved also. Parang nag-adapt na ako. Like hanggang sa naging talking video na siya, hanggang sa naging vlog na siya. Alam mo yon, parang you really just have to adapt sa landscape ng anumang media yan. So parang yun yung nangyari kung bakit ako napunta sa lens ng, niche ng fashion content creating.
And siguro yung next kong question for you, nung time lalo na hindi pa naman apparent yung results or hindi ka agad nagkakaroon ng traction, how did you motivate or parang how did you kept going despite na parang hindi laging nagpe-pick up, hindi laging on point yung views or engagements ng videos mo? Paano mo maintain na, okay, I'm still gonna be consistent despite things not always turning up the way I wanted it to?
During the start of my TikTok career, ganyan, or TikTok ko, I never really cared about numbers. Kasi when you're starting, wala ka namang pinapatuna. When you're starting, wala ka namang walang pressure na kailangan ganito ka. Kasi you're starting pa lang eh. So ang iniisip ko lang nun, just keep posting. Wala akong iniisip kung mababa likes, mababa engagement, hindi viral. Hindi ko siya iniisip kasi nag-start pa lang naman ako. So parang ang ginagawa ko nun, kapag mababa engagement niya, I just keep posting it and posting it and posting it hanggang sa ma-pick up na siya ng like general public or the masses. And I'd love to say na super niche kasi nung content ko. Like, parang kumbaga sa social media, yung fashion, it's not as likable as the other type. I mean, hindi siya pang masa kumbaga. Like, parang kumbaga ikaw, hindi ka naman pumunta sa TikTok para like manood lang ng fashion videos, 'di ba? Parang nagiging super niche siya because parang pumupunta yung tao doon sa account ko to check kung anong outfit ba yung pwedeng magaya or like pwedeng like ma-inspire or hindi naman siya yung parang pangmasa talaga na lahat kailangan ganito yung pormahan or lahat kailangan ganito yung like isuot. Parang ganon. So sa akin, yung pagiging fashion creator, it's like parang you have to find your audience. You have to find people who's passionate also with, of course, fashion. Parang gano'n. So, nagiging super niche siya. Which means, pag niche kasi, it doesn't always translate to engagement. Kasi nga may certain audience ka lang na need i-pick up.
O yung algorithm din mismo
lang, yeah.
Pero after your first parang big video, let's say the 1 million video, paano kung kunwari the next one parang hindi nagpipick up, parang 10,000 lang, 5,000 lang. Paano mo maintain yung consistency na parang hindi na-ride yung hype nung views mo or anything? Paano mo na maintain na after that, sige, push pa rin, laban pa rin tayo?
Okay, may kwento ako dyan which is, I wanted to share. Nung first kong nag-TikTok, paisa-isa lang ako mag-outfit contents. So, kunwari nag-post ako today ng outfit content. Yung next ko, sumasayaw na ulit ako. Like, ganon. Tapos, napapansin ko, pag i-check mo na yung parang like statistics mo, yung fashion video ko, like 1.2 million views, ganyan. Tapos yung mga sayaw-sayaw ko, mga nasa 5,000 views, 8,000 views.
Ayaw ka nilang sumasayaw.
May mga videos naman ako na nag-blow up na sumasayaw. Pero parang hindi talaga siya yung gusto. So doon ko na parang like click na siya sa akin na, people wanted the fashion videos. And when I started na puro fashion na, doon na talaga. Like, skyrocket talaga yung following ko. Like, doon na din nag-come in yung mga brands. Doon na. Parang, so, feeling ko, knight in shining armor ko din talaga yung fashion. Kasi, really changed. It flipped the parang structure or storyline na meron ako sa social media. So, ayun.
And I'd say na like right now, with your niche content mo, there's this added, not just like a shift in general, but added aspect or niche na you as a couple with
Yeah,
Rocky.
with
So, can you take us through that na paano naman tayo napunta doon from fashion din?
actually, yung relationship namin ni Rocky, nung una talaga, hindi naman namin siya, like, we don't want it na maging parang content siya. Like, at first, we really didn't want na magre-revolve sa pagko-content yung... Kasi hindi naman din content creator that time si Rocky. Parang nung nag-out kami, lecturer pa siya. He doesn't do social media, ganyan. So, nung mga times na yun, we never thought, parang yung pag-come out namin, parang wala talaga sa vision namin na it's gonna be our content soon. Parang wala talaga yon. Ang inisip lang talaga namin nag-come out kami is that we're doing this because we love each other so much. And parang, kumbaga, it's about time na hindi namin itago yung relationship namin.
Hello! Welcome to Walang Edit with Lil and Lim with my co-host, Judd Gregorio.
Hell yeah!
This is a new podcast where we talk about funny, unfiltered conversations, talk about dreams, passions, ambitions, fears,
Plans of revenge?
plans of revenge.
Mostly that.
Mostly that. So if you want to tune in, this is powered by the Pod Network Entertainment. So listen to us on Spotify. Thank you.
And then sa content naman, parang since alam na ng people na yun, jowa ko nga siya, parang doon na like not organically na-incorporate ko yung like life namin. Kasi basically ang trabaho ko is yung lifestyle, yung buhay ko right now, like what I do, parang who
What you
I'm
wear.
with, mga ganyan. So basically, na-integrate si Rocky kasi it's part of my life. So doon na nagko-comment yung mga relationship videos, ganyan.
Pero during the time na hindi pa kayo out, was it hard to like do your content or parang to be like real with your lifestyle, with your personality na there's a part of you na hindi mo na-share
Nape-present.
or nape-present?
Oo, syempre. Like, ang audience ko is mga... I mean, I'm grateful. Pero ang audience ko kasi before are like straight guys. Kasi ang content ko is fashion, like menswear. So, ang audience ko talaga before, puro mga like straight. As ang mga brand deals ko before, puro mga... Ano, actually nga, nung nag-come out kami ng boyfriend ko, nag-message pa ako sa manager ko. Sabi ko, boss, wala ba tayong masasagasaang any like brands or like mga clause ng mga contracts natin? And so far, wala naman. So parang inisip ko, wala na palang point para magtago ako kasi after namin mag-come out, wala naman ding nawala. I mean, wala naman din nabago sa like my career, my work, ganyan. Hindi naman siya naapektuhan. Pero nung hindi pa ako nagka-come out, syempre mahirap siya. Kasi parang at some point, you're putting up a facade or like an image na hindi naman din totoo. Kasi syempre parang mahirap eh. Nung una kasi takot. I mean, magigets siguro ng mga tao, especially if you're in the public eye, na hindi mo maiiwasan ng iba't ibang perception sa'yo ng tao. Hindi mo maiiwasan kung ano iisipin nila sa'yo, kung ano magiging opinion nila sa'yo. And nung una, takot ako kasi parang ayokong ganun yung maging image ko sa kanila. At the same time, ayokong ma-feel ng people close to me, especially my family, na ganun yung iniisip ng tao sa akin. Like, yun yung pinaka-main parang concern ko before. Anong isipin ng family ko sa mga sasabihin nila? Siyempre sila yung masasaktan. So parang mahirap siya, but parang dumating na lang din talaga kami sa point na parang it's our life, it's not their life. So you should do whatever feels right to you. So yun lang.
Yes. And now na parang, yun, sinabi mo, incorporated yung relationship mo sa part ng content mo. Since yun nga, well, part naman si Rocky ng buhay mo. Do you feel na parang, there's that need na for everyone to know all details about your relationship? Or parang, how do you set the boundaries of your personal life still and what you share to other people?
Yung relationship namin ni Rocky, we never expected it to blow up. We really did it because we love each other. So hindi namin siya in-expect na mag-blow up. Nung nag-blow up na siya, of course, people are curious na about us. And we made it very important nung nagkaroon kami ng pag-uusap ni Rocky after namin makauwi from LU. Kasi galing kami LU nung nag-come out kami. Pag-usapan talaga namin na there are things talaga we wanted to make private. And very vocal kami doon. Kunwari, may certain questions sa comment section about like medyo personal or like privacy, may concern na siya sa privacy. Lagi namin sinasabi na we're not comfortable with sharing, and I hope they understand. And we're lucky enough to have gathered very respectful supporters, lalo sa relationship namin. Like, lahat, after nung pag-come out namin, ang focus talaga namin, lahat is yung positive feedback. Because it's overwhelmingly, like, alam mo yun, nakaka-overwhelm na sobrang daming sumusuporta. At the same time, lahat sila parang positive, yung ginigive na energy. And we wanted to focus on that more.
So like right now, sinasabi natin kanina yung dream life mo and all. And with that experience na sinasabi mo, do you think that your life right now is the dream life you wanted? Or normal na to para sa'yo?
Alam nyo, pag gumigising ako ng morning, tapos makikita ko yung view ko, I still think of it, like I say this with humility, I still think of it as like the dream life talaga. Kasi galing kami sa hirap. Like, not in the middle, ganyan. Medyo mahirap yung family ko before. Like, there are times where wala kami makain. Ganon levels talaga. And never ko sinishare sa social media because I don't want na maging ganon yung story. Like, alam mo yun, may...
Poverty.
Ganon. Ayokong i-share yun. Kaya siguro din nababash ako sa ibang platforms kasi sinasabi nila, yung buhay niyan sa LU, ganito, ganyan. Tapos ngayon, pinaghirapan ko to eh. This is a dream na like pinush ko yung sarili kong i-achieve. So, parang I'm allowed to have the right to enjoy my life now. Enjoy the dream life, I believe for myself. Dream life ko siya, na i-enjoy. So, yun, masasabi kong, yes, hindi pa rin siya normal sa akin. There are times na, wow, thank you Lord for all the blessings. Kasi parang, alam mo yun, ibang-iba yung buhay ko from the past. So, ayun, never tong magiging normal sa akin. I'm still super duper grateful. I'm still super duper like, still surreal feeling pa rin yung meron every time I wake up na parang, this is the life that I have. Parang ganon. And I hope ma-inspire yung iba in a way na parang there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
Parang alam mo yun, hindi ka laging nasa baba. Like, as long as you try your best, like set a goal, and you're human, you're able, so kaya mong gawin yun.
So what's a normal day in your life like?
Kung hindi to normal para sa'yo.
Na people would be surprised by na parang, ganito pala yung life ng influencer na parang on a normal day nila.
Normal day? Ano bang mga
Or
kakaibang...
parang usually normal day naman ba lahat?
Parang normal. Wala naman akong any extravagant like or grandeur ways of living. Kasi like ako pa rin, kumakain pa rin ako sa karinderya. Like mga ganong levels. Nagtitipid pa rin ako. May mga times pa rin na like, anong tawag na doon? Yung pag wala ka pang sahod.
Pecha de peligro.
Yan, may pecha de peligro.
Gets the gets.
So I don't think merong kakaibang nangyayari sa life ko. I feel like parang pare-parehas lang din na may mga days din tayong we're not our best. We're not our like, hindi din tayo prepared sa mga nangyari, mga ganon. So, yeah.
Or do you feel na parang, sige, you're living normal, like, ganun pa rin. But, like, nakikita ba kayo bang tao? Or like, are they respectful? Are respectful naman din yung encounters ng mga nakakilala sa inyo?
Oh yes, wala pa naman so far. Like, wala pa naman mga bastos. Wala naman. Like, very respectful lahat. And kami naman ni Rocky, ano naman kami? Like, sino ba kami? Parang ganun. So parang, if may nakakilala sa amin, we're super happy talaga na parang people know us, so we allow them in our space. Parang we don't shove people off kasi even nga pag I'm not saying gawin ng lahat to, pero kunwari kumakain kami tapos may lumapit, parang okay lang sa amin kasi parang ako especially, this is my bread and butter and I wouldn't be where I am right now without the people. So as much as possible, I invite them to be in my space. Parang ganun.
Yes. And siguro, especially na ang dami mo ding pinagdaanan, what parts of yourself na yung kailangan mo nang strengthen for you to survive this path? And ano yung mga parts na kahit ganon na yung magbago, eto pa rin si Justin na hindi pa rin siya nagbabago?
Siguro, growing up, maaga ako nag-work eh. Like 14 years old data ako nag-work na ako habang nag-aaral. So feeling ko yung nadala ko until now is yung pagiging like hard worker. Like I'm passionate with making my life, great. Parang I'm passionate of making my life parang flip, ganon. So parang andun yun pa rin sa akin yung pagiging passionate ko and hard worker ko. And what stayed with me is my passion. on making my life great. And at the same time, para gusto kong in-line lagi sa goals ko yung mga ginagawa ko.
Like, at this point in life, dream life mo na to. Pero ano pa iba yung mga goals? Or ano pa yung mga na-envision mo right now na something that you would look forward in your 30s naman?
I'm planning to, since my degree naman ako in business, parang I'm planning to put up mga businesses, ganyan. We're not forever gonna be a content creator. Hindi naman tayo forever nasa social media. So of course, I still have plans outside of it. I still have, even nga mag-work as corporate, may plano pa rin ako eh. Kasi like marketing and parang kumbaga sa landscape na meron ako right now, parang medyo, ano naman na ako, parang nandun naman na ako sa area eh. So I could maybe soon work as a marketing, like, you know, director, mga ganyan. So parang I'm not closing any doors to any opportunities as long as it's in line with what I want. Parang ganon.
And grabe din, ang dami mo ding pinagdaanan and ang dami mo na ring narating. And siguro, what is something that you had to give up for you to be where you are right now that people would not expect or something?
Something that feeling ko being visible in the public eye, you will gain tractions of different opinions. So parang feeling ko yung I have to sacrifice is, of course, yung pag kasi, like if not, I'm not a content creator, of course, like very low-key no life mo so you're outside of other people's opinion. So ngayon na parang nandun ka na sa medyo visible na yung name mo.
Kilala
ganyan.
ka.
Oo, parang may ma-form at ma-form na opinion sa'yo. So parang those things, of course, they affect your privacy and at the same time, they affect your mental health, mga ganyan. So parang I feel like those are the things that kind of like are sacrifice in order to like parang stay in the limelight or like in the visible light.
Knowing na may fans kayo, like respectful, sinabi mo naman most of the time. But how do you filter out the noise, the comments? Since yun na din yung naging cause, like how do you value like what you read online and paano ka hindi nagpapa-apekto kung sobrang negative or out of bounds?
Ginagawa ko talaga block ko.
Talaga?
Like, I'm a blocker. So, kasi parang I don't wanna give space for negative. Like, I really believe in like energy passing. Like, parang feeling ko, if you allow the energy to take up your space, mas mapupuno lang yung space mo ng ganon, those types of energy. So, what I do, if hindi naman siya helpful for me, why would I entertain it at all? So, ang ginagawa ko, block ko siya. But the thing is that, internally, engraved siya, like, nag-stay siya sa'yo eh. Like, internally, parang, kunwari may mabasa kang hate comment. May mga times na mag-stay siya sa'yo. What I do is that, eto talaga, like, biggest ko talaga, ang ginagawa ko, bumabalik ako sa mga comments na positively reinforce. Parang, kumbaga, pag may nabasa akong hate comment, ang gagawin ko, maghahanap ako ng comment na, this person appreciate me, so, why do I have to think about that one? Parang ganon. Parang medyo ano man siya pakinggan, pero ganon yung ginagawa ko. Pag may nabasa akong hate comment, block ko, and at the same time, I focus on reading like the positive ones.
Well, if nagpa-block out, that's in your like post. Pero were there times na napapasearch ka sa Reddit or other posts na nababasa mo yung mga ganun din?
Yeah.
Talaga?
Yeah.
How
Actually,
was
I
it?
don't know nga kung nandun pa eh. Pero may 2 threads ata ako sa Reddit.
Talaga?
Oo, tapos puro bashing yun nandun. And for the record, I wanna clear up, walang totoo dun. As in legit, wala talagang totoo sa mga inaano sa Reddit. People who knows me know that. Even my personal life sa LU, which is sad for me. Kasi why would you use my family as a way to attack me? Kasi ginagamit minsan yung family ko, yung like, yung mga ganon, like family ko and stuff like that. Oo, galing kami sa hirap, pero it doesn't mean I can't upgrade my life.
Right.
Now that I'm working so hard to like, flip the story, parang ganon.
When ganun na yung nangyayari na out of bounds, like family na yung usapan dito, do you feel the need to defend yourself out in the open? Or you're choosing na, dito, peace muna?
Peace talaga. Like, never pa akong nag-post sa social media addressing mga ganong stuff. Because, like, feeling ko kasi people sometimes parang they do it for the clout also. So once na nakuha na nila yung attention mo or yung parang ginawan mo na ng video, I feel like they're going to be happy. Kasi feeling ko yung ibang tao doon, they're just waiting for other people to see na may hate ka pala so that they can ride on the hate.
Yeah.
So parang ang nangyayari doon, if you share it more, you amplify their hate to many more people, which is, it's just gonna drive hate trains. So I don't do that because I believe na parang if it's hateful, wala kang space. Wala kang space sa akin, parang ganon.
So really parang
I just live it.
bahala na lang
Yeah.
sila. Ayun, you can't control that anymore na rin kasi.
Yeah.
Oo.
Ganun.
Iiyakan ko siguro kapag super harsh, pero yung i-entertain ko, i-address ko, parang no. I'll just keep it to myself. Parang feeling ko naman sa sarili ko, I know how to parang not dwell on the negativity, parang ganun.
How about the good things naman? How do you avoid na parang, kasi parang there are people na when there are a lot of great comments or parang a lot of fans, it gets to their head. How do you allow it to not get to your head? Yung parang all the, kasi parang yeah, it's good that may love and support, pero paano mo siya hindi nakaka-affect sa yung core talaga?
Yung mga, kunyari like, comments, parang boosting, parang yung mga ganon.
Yeah, parang kasi syempre, there are people na parang
They think too highly of
yeah,
themselves.
Because of
tumataas yung tingin sa sarili
sarili.
because ang daming nakukuhang great
mga
things.
compliments.
How
ganun.
do you
Make
how do you
yourself
handle
humble.
it na hindi how do you stay grounded kahit parang hindi siya nakaka-apekto sa'yo?
Lagi kong iniisip na hindi ka laging nasa taas, ganun. So, parang always be grounded. Kasi once, mas mahirap, mas nakakahiya kasi yun eh. Yung parang, kumbaga, just because kunwari, like, you're getting too many, like, compliments, ganyan, and then, parang, it makes your head so big, to the point na parang, people will flip on it na, parang, hindi na siya masayang kasi mayabang na, parang ganon. Hindi ka lagi nasa taas. And that's always the reminder for me. And pinapahalagahan ko kung ano yung platform na meron ako because I believe that people see something from me and it's something na I would forever cherish na alam mo yun, yung maa-appreciate ka ng random people. It's such a wonderful feeling. And it's something na forever will ground you na parang what if wala na sila? So always be as humble as possible. Kasi, ayun, hindi ka laging nasa tuktok.
Totoo. And now,
And now siguro for the last question,
yes.
parang if someone can see your dream life where you are today, what do you think is something that they wish they understood about your journey and everything it took for you to build it?
Our dream life, o yung mga dream life natin, may it be achieved na or on the way pa lang, we all have different paths. Iba-iba tayo ng buhay. I just wanted to say sa mga nandito and even sa mga nanonood na parang go with your own pace. You don't have to have everything figured out pa. And take your time in building it. Huwag mo masyadong i-pressure yung sarili mo. Because if it's for you, it's for you. So, ang masasabi ko lang is, dream life for me is something na contentment. So, if you're contented with the things that you have, with the people that you surround yourself with, I think that's the dream life. Hindi naman ibig sabihin ng dream life is super yaman ka. As long as you're financially free, I think, siguro, yeah, yun yung dream life. But yung pagiging super yaman or like having the grandest things, it doesn't translate to having a dream life. So dream life for me, it's not my name, it's not the platform that I have, but it's mostly parang like my inner self. Like the way I am contented with the things that I have, with the things that I'm surrounded with.
Yes, and thank you so much for this
Thank
very
you,
insightful
guys.
conversation.
Sana
Ganda.
nag-enjoy kayong
Palakpakan
lahat.
naman natin si
Salamat.
Justin.
Baka natin si
everyone.
Justin.
Thank you, guys.
At ayun na nga, bago tayo magpasalamat, ay syempre may mga partners tayo na kailangan pasalamatan. Gardenia, The Receipt Photo Booth,
Palakpak naman.
Lucky Yogurt, Hooray Chicken, Grip PH, and Pasta Game.
Yes, and also, para naman sa Hooray Chicken, tandaan natin may branches sila sa Pasig, Taytay, Marikina, wala na lang Pampanga. Joke. Antipolo, Paranaque, Mandaluyong, and sa bago nilang branch sa White Plains sa Quezon City.
Pwede na mag-announce sa Miss Universe
Oo, pwede
sila.
na sa
Parang
Baguio. Yes. And yun, huwag niyong kakalimutan, may promo code tayo that if you buy a meal sa kanilang branches and use the promo code Hooray GKY for the month of June, may makukuha kayong free iced tea. Yes. And yun.
At ayun nga, thank you so
Thank
much,
you guys for having us.
Justin.
Thank you so much.
Salamat sa pagsama sa amin
Thank you,
today.
thank
And
you.
siguro eto na, where can they follow you? Saan na masusundan yung journey mo and everything? And what's coming up for you?
Thank you guys so much sa pagpunta. Even like the effort pa lang to travel, to come watch us today. Maraming salamat. Like you guys are so much appreciated. And you guys can follow me on my journey also on social media. Justin Bangsil on all the platforms. And coming up, marami tayong mga exciting things that upcoming, and I hope you guys could tune in on that. And malapit na din ang Pride, so happy Pride. And I hope na sa mga people in the community, I hope we amplify voices. Yun yung na-realize ko nung nag-come out na ako na your voice is so powerful. So parang having like as many voices that we can, that's where we can like, contribute on amplifying the voices of like us in the community. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Ayan naman, kung nagustuhan nyo itong episode na to, stream nyo to sa Spotify and YouTube. Nag-release kami every Saturday. And i-share nyo na rin sa mga social media platforms nyo. I-tag nyo kami sa GKY Pod and use the hashtag GKY Live. And yon, wag nyo kaming kalimutan mag-subscribe, follow, dahil malapit na kami mag 1,000 subscribers. And yes, and at the end of the day, huwag natin kakalimutan na the dream life, hindi yan agad-agad. You build on through it. Paghihirapan mo yan. And when you get there, parang you keep on pushing forward. Yes.
True.
At ito pa rin ang ganito kasi yan.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.